Hello everybody, Average Joe here, and we have some things here. We has a roof! We finally have a roof! Haha! Yay, I know, we're all proud that we have a roof. Not. But anyway, we have paving stones of warding. These things will make monsters not walk through the wall. Even though I've got lights in here. Now you're probably wondering what this setup is. This is a first foray into mana from Botanica. Now I took a few steps ahead and automated it. Did a little experiment, had to do a little thinking because, hey, I know my old brain hole over here doesn't quite think the right way. So, what this is this is a whole feeding system, an automated feeding system. I'll eventually streamline this a little bit to feed into here. The way this works is we have these flame petals. Now you gotta use a Botanica item in there. Botanica. We need to make the basic tools, which you start out with one of these. Little petal, mystical orange. That would be those mystical flowers that we were getting. Apparently they drop petals. They use that to make all the different types of flowers of Botanica. Lots and lots of different types. You also start out with, where is it? Where is the pure daisies? There's recipes for the pure daisies from one item to the other exchanges. Now when you make these things, make pure daisies, you can turn rock into something else. Why is it making this sound like I'm in a dungeon? But anyway, that's beside the point. Now, what this is a whole setup to make mana for the thing. We got our power flower here. It's got coal blocks in there. As you can see, they're traveling nice and neat. And we have the hardest part of this thing. I had to go a little basic on it because I couldn't figure out how to do it the more fancy way. We're setting up a dispenser. Dispenser here, repeater there, repeater in opposite directions here with connections of that. Now the reason why it's blinking consistently is you put a redstone torch here and then go over here, quickly grab it and then put another one back in there and it'll set this thing ablaze, which it's going plenty. Now it's shooting these things out rather quickly as it gets them. Now, these flame flowers have a burn time. You spit items out at it and it burns. Now, the trick is, I didn't know this before, but the trick is you gotta get a wand. Like all magic stuff, you gotta get a wand. Now, to make a wand of any kind, it doesn't really matter which kind because you gotta have a bind mode on it. Make a living wood. How do you make living wood? Pure daisies. Yeah, there we go. That's what the pure daisies are for. You put wood here, and it makes living wood out of it. And you make, creator of living wood and living rock. Those are the basics of most things Botanica. Now you make the, wow, there's, geez, there's 128 of these things. But anyway, you make the wand of forest. You shift right click on the flame, connect it to a mana spreader. You get enough burnables into the mana spreader and it starts shooting this little beam out. Now you connect the mana spreader to the mana pool. Now, as you can see, I've got a nice little system. They're all doing that. They're all facing it. Now, originally, they weren't facing anywhere. Now, the mana pool can exchange things like redstone. If I can place it in there, redstone into there, and it transports it into this mana powder. I don't know quite what that is yet, but that's a good thing. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of recipes. In fact, I want to experiment here real quick. Ender pearl. Let's see what we can do with ender pearls. I think we can exchange it for something else. Ah, see, there we go. It exchanges into mana pearls. Now, it runs in my mind, that's something we could use. Now, this, yeah, there we go. See, now you see that X in there? That means there is not enough mana in this pool. Eventually, that setup over there, and all of these, when they're rightfully set up with all the repeaters, now it's noisy in this room. You can hear the repeaters going da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's because it's doing its job. But when we get all of those set in here, it's going to sound like a cacophony of noise. But I'm going to make a wall over there, make this all one closed unit. But eventually, now that I know this, I can now make ourselves a nice little mana pool. Now, eventually, there's other things in Botanica that are magical based that require a past setup like this. But this is an easy way to automate mana. Set up a dispenser. If you guys find a better way to streamline this on an automated system with the RedNet control systems, please show me, because I'm dumb. I don't know none of this stuff. I even had to, scratch my brother's brains because he's the one who's a master at this. Well, intermediate. He's barely touched the surface of this stuff. I'm a mechanical guy. Mechanical stuff, like all that other stuff we've got over here in our thing. I made some windows here to make it look pretty. Made some lights. Made some fancy doors, like this little hobbit hole. Oh, by the way, these here are carpenter stuff from the carpenter blocks. You put them in wedges, you can put them in fancy shapes, and you can make a nice little round hallway. Make it look total sci-fi with some Futura blocks, some light blocks, etc. Make it look really, really cool. I got lights on the floor, lights on the ceiling. Make it look totally enclosed like it's in a spaceship, which is kind of cool. And this is our laboratory for now. I've explained these in a previous video. I'm still filling it up because I don't know all of it yet, and I've been contemplating putting another turbine over here on the other side of this power flower in this little space here, so I can make more power, and probably connect one to each one of the generators so they can all do their thing unhindered and uncreativity wise. But that's another story. Now, what was I doing over here? I don't remember. But yeah, I now have a closed unit here with a nice little room. We got our starting up. What? What's this? Why is there a hole here? Sorry, my OCD from my ADHD is doing the dance now. But yeah, we've got ourselves a nice little enclosed system here, and I'm eventually going to connect another platform over here once the screen stops putzing around. And we will have some more stuff. And eventually, I'm also going to set up those transporters I said I was going to do. Because Thermalcraft also has one. Now, I'm very thankful in a previous video that I did that I posted a video of a montage with some music. That music comes from very, very old source. Thankfully, they aren't claiming copyrights. Thank you. Mainly because I want to reintroduce you younger folks to some of the old stuff that I was introduced to when I was little. Classic music remixed. A la 70s style, I think. I don't remember. It came from my dad's record collection, which is somewhere around this house. It's an apartment of mine. I don't know where I put it, but it's there. But anyway, this is a nice little short video. Took me a little research because I'm a dumb bass. I forgot and didn't know how redstone worked. Now, there is a better way of doing it with RedNet control systems, but that's on a programming level way above my pay grade. Brain hole empty in there. Need filling. But anyway, as you can see, it is working. The only thing that it's annoying is it's spewing out so much coal blocks, that it's grinding it at such a slow pace. Now, if I did this right, connecting them all right, let's see, unknown status. Okay, fine. There. Okay, so these are now feeding into there. Ah, okay, so you can set up the lines of where they go. by getting that little blinky blink. That's cool. Get you to there. Get you to there. Maybe I should throw another spreader in here so I can separate a little bit more. Nah. But anyway, once I get this thing properly set up, we will have so much power going into this thing. Hey, wow. Are they reaching across the entire thing? No. But they are. This mana pool is almost full. How cool. Now, if I only know what the recipe's for it to do, maybe I could set up a feeder to feed this in. But right now, this is an enclosed unit. And it's working merrily here. Wait, why? Why can't I only see it with my mage thingy? Oh, well, it's because I don't have another dispenser. Now, I suppose we could set up another dispenser while we're at it. Why not? Dispenser. 1. We need some redstone. We need some, not those, we need the repeaters. So fairly simple setup. I was a little surprised at that. So let's put one over here. So it'll feed... No. Apparently these also are blocks that require to be faced. Right. So let's set it up right there. It'll be a little bit in the way, but that's okay. Now, the trick is to have one facing this thingy to feed it. Not like that. The other way. There we go. Redstone. One facing this way, and one facing that way. Now, connect you, connect you, connect you. Now, the trick to get them repeating. Power it up with a signal. There we go. Ta-da! And we'll set up one over here. So they all go merrily on their way. And then we'll set up the feeder connection. So it'll just pump out gaggles of this dispensary stuff. So let's set up one here. Proper connections. No, not the book. That's for a previous video. Make sure you're facing the right way because that's the whole crux of this deal. Redstone signal. Break the signal. There we go. Now we've got some proper dispensaries. This should feed the whole lot because each of these flowers also so noisy. Now we can connect each one of these. No, I said each one of these. No, I need one higher. Set this ablaze. I wonder if I can connect them to the top specifically. Just leave it that way. Yeah, yeah. So, let's go this way. And set it up that way. Poop. I didn't want to do that. That's part of this. Gimme. There we go. Now, let's connect you to you. Now, to make each of these coal thingies go to each one, like in previous videos, we set up a retriever servo, which will feed each one of these from that power flower. If we did this right, it'll be awesome. It'll be feeding, we'll wall it off, let it do its thing, and we'll have ourselves an automated mana. what's the purpose of it, but I remember it's a good thing. There's lots and lots of recipes we can do with it for future videos. But this is first foray into where I need to retrieve. I'll just grab a big of them. Now, you. And yes, these things are also affected by the redstone signal. As you notice, they're blinking back and forth. So, we have ourselves an automated mana spreader, mana generator. A generator for this, a generator for that, and we got ourselves all kinds of capabilities. Now, did I do this right? One there. What the? Oh, it works. Yeah. Did you hear that little boom? That is a sign of a good mana pool. Those little sparklies. Now, I don't remember what that's for, but it's got a good thing set up here. We have our setup right. Now, ideally, we could have more than one of these things, but why do we not have all this stuff in the right spot? Are we feeding into the right places? It's feeding to the one. Why not this one? Do we have to set up a feeder for each one of these? I think we're going to have to set up another power flower for each one of these. But anyway, this is how to get free mana. Automated. Setting up these repeaters. But anyway, this is Average Joe saying if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you liked it even better, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I will see you after these messages. Bye-bye.